Hello there, awesome blog. It's me, Mike Daou, and I'm just installing the Battlefield 3 open beta. I'm really kind of excited about this. I've been a big fan of the Battlefield series since pretty much 1942, and I'm just kind of curious to see how this is going to turn out. As you can see, I have this open on Origin. I'm not a big fan of that. I think Steam is probably the way to go for digital distribution, and splitting things up with two different stores really doesn't do anyone any favors. I'm waiting on the game to install now, and I'm really hoping that this screen recording doesn't take too much of the frame rate away. That's just going to be expected, of course. Might need to set my graphics down for this, so don't expect to see the full graphical capabilities that you know this game can play. One of the interesting things about this game is it really highlights the big graphical difference between PC and console graphics. I'm going to bring up a chart here while this installs. If I can find it. I know it was written quite a while ago. Basically, console games haven't changed at all in the past, say, 5 years or so. But the entire time that consoles have been out there, PCs have been expanding, they've been growing, we've been getting better technology, and we're just capable of a lot more than consoles are at this point. Now, the graph I'm about to show you, if I can find it, is a little unfair because PCs don't actually use the full power of their graphical capabilities the same way that that consoles do. Consoles are very efficient with how they manage resources compared to PCs, so it's not quite as dramatic as what this graph might say. But, as you can see, we're at a point where we have a huge difference over the normal graphical capabilities of a console. And there's Battlefield 3. So let's take a look at this. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, kind of excited to hear the Battlefield theme again. Of course. Something tells me this is gonna be a recurring problem today. Okay, well, I'm going to shut down the screen recorder now, and I'm going to resume it again if and when I ever get into the beta. Alright, I'm back. So, I had actually just played through a game. I had recorded it, I had gotten everything done, and then I realized that the audio wasn't recording the entire time. So, let's go do this again. I'll be running the screen recorder at a smaller window. The game won't actually be full screen. It should appear very choppy to you guys, but from my perspective, it looks a whole lot better than that. From what I've seen so far, the game is absolutely gorgeous. It carries this better sense of a tactical feeling in the game. It has the same kind of great distance visuals that you expect from the other Battlefield games, and the whole thing just looks smooth. The motion blurs are great. Everything just looks fantastic. The page you see me on right now is their battle log service. It's kind of like stat tracking, and from what it looks like, it's the only way to launch anything in the beta. I don't know if the real game's going to be like that or not. I kind of hope not, because it's convoluted and I'm not sure I can do everything with it. So, as I discovered in my last game, I'm actually really terrible at this. It's really easy to die. It's really easy to just spawn somewhere and instantly be killed by someone you don't really know at all. Sorry, wording this really badly. Anyway, the game is launching now. I'll try to position the window so that you guys see most of it, just like that. Should be good. My computer is not beastly, so I'm kind of happy to be running this as well as I am with the frame recorder going, or the screen recorder rather. The game plays out very similar to Bad Company 2 as far as the multiplayer goes. Things are a little more streamlined, a little more intense. There seems to be an animation for just about everything too, which is kind of nice. It seems to be a lot more tactical too. Normally, when you're spawning up front with the squad, you're moving really slowly, you're working together. It's all kind of nice. Ow, that was totally my fault. There seems to be a lot of gun customization in the game, but I can't really figure out how any of it works. Maybe it's just that I haven't unlocked anything worth getting yet. Let's use this shotgun that I unlocked last round. And see if I can't join a squad? No. Okay, here we go now. Okay. So there seems to be rails in the game now? That's kind of weird. Almost like real guns, you need different rails for different attachments and I found that enemy sniper. What? You guys watch that. Did I commit suicide? Apparently you're not supposed to touch bushes in this game.
Be advised, we've spotted a hostile sniper. Proceed with caution. Over.
Disarm, 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 disarm. That sound is straight out of Bad Company 2.
Over.
There's a lot happening in the battlefield at once, and it's pretty hard to keep track of everything. People can be just about anywhere. This is the only map in the beta. I don't think there's any vehicles in it, and there seems to be really limited unlock progress. That guy took care of him for me, I think. But otherwise, it's a pretty decent beta. One map and everything, but it doesn't really need any more than that. You guys feel what the game should be like. I would have been happy had there been vehicles, but I won't complain too much. So this is an open beta. You guys can go and pick this up right now. It was a closed beta right before that. Wow, I heard that guy's knife slice a whole bunch of times. Anyway, there was a closed beta right before this for people who pre-ordered Medal of Honor, I think it was. And I assume that some of the players who play this know what they're doing. Also, I'm just terrible at shooter games. If you guys want to pick this up yourself and you have an NVIDIA video card, make sure that you upgrade to the beta drivers, because this doesn't actually work with the standard latest drivers for NVIDIA video cards. As for health in this game, I'm not entirely sure how the system works. Might be that percentage bar you see in the bottom right of my screen. Nope. Something I noticed before, the opposite area's spawn is considered leaving the battlefield for the other team, so it's pretty hard to spawn camp now. Let's roll as a sniper this time. As it turns out, both the teams have different weaponry, and I think they perform really similarly, but I'm not entirely sure on that. They may not be identical. Last time I was on the US team, and I had what looked like an M14. Don't quote me on that. Sniper rifles are not one-hit kills from what I've seen so far. Not even two-shot kills sometimes. These early sniper rifles, which I assume are kind of underpowered, you really need quite a few shots to get anything from it. Hi there. That was fun. So was that. I'm not sure what that beacon is. I think it might be artillery, but you have to actually plant it rather than just spot a zone. I am so dead. there it is. That's probably not an M14. Okay, let's try this again and see what that strange radio beacon does. Let's get over to that area I was kind of in before. I got some screen flickering here. I'm thinking that's probably the screen recorder. Also, I've only got 10 minutes of video recording before the recording suddenly ends. So let's see what this does. Okay. Nothing. I don't think it's artillery. Also, there's a sniper. I don't like him. I see this me to foe ratio thing. It shows how many times you've killed him and how many times he's killed you. That's kind of nice. I like that. I'm going to see if I can't do that guy some harm. Okay, this is not good. Come on, guys, get in there, disarm that crap. No, you... Oh. Okay, you got it? Yeah, good. Sounded like that should have blown up right there. So, really neat thing, whenever snipers are scoped in, you see kind of this lens flare from where they are. You might have noticed that I zoomed in was a little bit too slow. I like it though. This round's about to end, so you may not get to see a whole lot more of this. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And that, my friends, was Battlefield 3. Plays out really nicely, really smoothly. I'm a big fan of it. I'm not normally a big fan of most shooter games. Nor am I very good at them, as you might have noticed. Okay, well, that was that. Thanks a ton for your time, all. This game should be coming out sometime in the next few months, I'd assume. Before Christmas, anyway. Don't quote me on a release date. See you.